to keep rolling? Yeah? Well, our next guest has done the impossible. She has turned the evil queen into one of the most beloved characters on television. Please welcome Lana Parrilla!
The rock can't stop the rock, you can't stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock.
What a welcome, thank you. I was so excited I tripped coming up the steps.
Nobody saw but me. You didn't have to
I
out
think
yourself.
they saw it.
First
Good
of all,
morning.
congratulations on creating what I think is one of the most iconic characters on television right now. I mean,
Thank
unbelievable job. Everyone here agrees. You guys agree, right?
She's pretty badass.
Did you have any idea when you signed on for Once that this would be your new life for the time being?
No, I was such the cynic, actually. This is my 7th series. So I had, at that point I was like, okay, this show's gonna go 6 months and then get canceled because that's what I was used to. And because the concept was so unique, and,
Right.
and sometimes these unique concepts just don't last on network television. So I was quite surprised. I had no idea Once Upon a Time was going to be this successful, and I am so grateful for it. But I
Yes.
was looking at this panel going, oh my God, there's so many people here. I had no idea this would come out of the show. Thank you
course.
all for being here.
I mean,
Wow, look at all of you.
over 100
wanna
episodes.
Snapchat them.
You can
Wait,
Snapchat
just
them.
1 second. I'm like I know. I don't even know if it's gonna work because reception is so crappy right now. But I'm like on Snapchat, and I just look at you.
All right, guys, now's your chance.
I love you guys. Awesome. Okay, you're all part of my story.
I love it. I love it. Well, I hope
Done.
you've been having a good time here in Seattle.
I'm having a
Everyone's
blast.
super excited to talk to you. When I was reading about, sort of your preparations for the role, I came across this quote, and I'd love to kick off the panel by asking you about it.
Please.
You said, if I told you how I prepared to play the evil queen, I would probably get locked up in an insane asylum. So I
True.
would like you, without the fear of any of us locking you up, I'd like you to expound a little bit on that, or however much you feel comfortable.
Sure. This, as you all know, Regina's a quite dark. She's a dark character, and I was concerned when I first got this job. I thought, oh my gosh, like if this is a huge hit, I'm going to be trapped in this woman's head for years, and what's that going to do to me? I'm a real happy person. Like you all know this. Everyone that meets me says she's not that evil. I'm not. I'm a happy person. I was concerned that her darkness would really bleed into my life, and I would fall into a depression, which hasn't happened. But,
it hasn't happened, and you've evolved the character past a lot of that.
Yes, and I have to credit the writers because I was worried that she was going to remain evil all these years. I had no idea where she was headed, that she was going to evolve to the places she's evolved to. So I think that's helped keep me out of the insane asylum.
I think so too. Well, that's the thing about the show is it takes these beloved characters that we think we know. History tells us we have this certain interpretation of them, and completely turns them on their heads.
Yes.
So, through the evolution of Regina, like how has that process been? What have you discovered, and how have you influenced her portrayal?
It's really a collaboration between Eddie and Adam and myself. They are such incredible writers. I really never have to call them for anything. I think it just naturally took its place over time. Like, I think that they didn't know that she was going to evolve to this place of being a hero. I think that it was a combination of what they've written, but also what I emoted. And I always wanted to show a deeper, more conflicted, painful side to this character that I think opened a door to so many other stories. Evil, she says it, you know, evil isn't, she says, oh, God, I'm going to misquote my own character. Nope, someone knows it. Evil isn't born, it's made. And I think that really helped in telling Regina's story.
Well, absolutely, and kind of along with that, the idea that it can be unmade, or
Right.
or reversed in a way, or broken down. How did Robin break down your walls?
I think,
Because people really like that relationship.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know if
They
you do
do.
that, but
no, they do. There's a lot of Outlaw Queen fans. I don't think Regina ever thought she would find a love again. I think she was also quite terrified to love anyone again because of, what she can potentially turn into if anything happens. So she was afraid to love again. And I think Robin really saw her heart. I think Robin saw who she was deep down inside. Once you unveil the mask, the evil mask, and kind of remove that, she really is a good person, and she has a giant heart. And I think Robin helped her see that and reminded her of that. He's also, what's not to love with Robin? I mean, it's true. He's so masculine, and he's a hero, and he protects her, and they work together. So there's a big attraction there, and I think she really loves what a great father he is too. I think that helps as well, because Regina tries, and she has now. She's been a great mom, so I think that's something they share.
And she's attracted to his sort of vigilante-ness and strength, would you say?
Yeah.
And when do you think she first realized that?
Probably there was a scene between them, a picnic scene in Regina's office in front of the fire. I think that was the moment.
That was the moment?
Yeah.
She's like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay,
Yeah.
so the character can be hard to follow with all the flashbacks and the flash forwards and things like that. How do you keep track of all the levels and dynamics?
I have my own timeline, literally at home. I do a lot of homework. I'm a good student. I like doing homework. Preparation is really important. And I have a timeline, so I keep track of everything. And so therefore it makes it easy. So every so often I have to make that phone call and go, where are we? Wait, it's been 100+ episodes. I'm lost. So
I would think it would be essential to have that because, like you said, 100+ episodes done nearly with the 5th season going in next. Is there a favorite Regina, young Regina, evil Queen Regina? I mean, is there one that you really enjoy
that I
playing?
love. Yes, I like many, but one of my favorite sides to her was playing the old hag. I know it was like so short-lived, but I've never been able to play an old lady. And this is something you don't know, but when I was studying, and I still study, but when I was in class, I used to love playing old people. I used to love playing old ladies. And I remember my mentor saying, Lana, you're never, ever going to get cast as an 85-year-old woman. You're 22. Take off the wig and be the woman that you are. And I was like, I'm a character actor. I don't want to be a leading lady. So when I had the opportunity to play the old hag, and Adam and Eddie, actually, they were going to hire a real old hag. And I said,
You're like, this is my chance.
I said, what? That's the same role. You can't take that away from me. I'm the evil queen. I'm also the old hag. So they gave me the opportunity to play her, and I had a blast. And I took a picture of myself as the old hag, and I sent it to my mentor and said, you're wrong.
You were wrong.
I had to wait 10 years, but now I'm playing an 85-year-old woman.
I was, yeah, absolutely. Is part of that's interesting because some actors, it's the more layers they put on, the more free they become. Would you say that rings true in part of your process?
Absolutely. Once I put her costume on, once I have that hair and the costume on, I completely transform. My voice changes. my body changes. I become devilish and abuse people on set.
That's
Everyone's
delightful.
like, oh God, Lana's the evil queen today. Okay, just like tiptoe around her. Don't piss her off. It's true.
I would imagine when you first found out about the project and got the, sides for the first meeting or audition, it was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna play the evil queen. How did you even begin to prepare for that, and what was the audition process like?
So I originally auditioned for a different show, playing a trauma surgeon, which I've done before in my career, and I had this like 2-page monologue, and I was reading for the casting director. At the end of the monologue, she looked at me and said, I want you to play the evil queen on a show called Once Upon a Time. And I just thought, what did I just do? That...
Like, I was reading for a surgeon.
How did she see the evil queen? I mean, I was being so genuine. Like, I played a trauma surgeon. Like, I had good bedside manner as a doctor. So I was like, where did she? So she said, you're a great storyteller. And so I said, oh, okay. I get that. She said, take the script home, read it, and I'd love to, bring you into producers. I said, okay. So I went home and read it, and I just thought, wow, this is an incredible script. I've never read anything like this before. What an interesting and unique concept. So I loved the duality. I loved that there were 2 parts to her. That's like every actor's dream, to play multiple characters on a show. So I just, one thing that rang in my head was, you're a good storyteller. So, okay. And she said, and I love how human you are. And I just thought, you have to remain human. It can't just be like this caricature or like this Disney character that everyone knows. Like, I have to go back to just being a real person. And that's really where I started. And then in being a real person, there's real pain. There's real experiences. And so even though I didn't know her backstory, I created one. And that fed my performance quite a bit.
And then the application of the wardrobe and the,
Yes.
everything like that probably just kicked it into...
Well, I went into the audition and I wore all black, because black is my color. And I had this, like, not a cape, but like a throw, like a large scarf. I don't know. A friend of mine made it, and it's kind of hippie and trippy and weird. I was like, it's perfect for her. It's very dramatic. So I walked in with that, threw it over my black costume, and I read 2 scenes once. I read the scene with, and this is the pilot, so it was the scene with Emma at the very end when she comes and when she's bringing Henry back. Outside of Regina's home on the porch there, that scene, and the wedding scene. I read each scene once. Eddie and Adam looked at me like this. Okay, thank you very much. And I said, do you want to see anything else? Like, you want to play a little bit? And, oh no, that was great. It's perfect, thanks. Okay. Walked out, left. Found out shortly later that I got the part. They said, you terrified us. You terrified us. I was like, yes.
So you have to thank your friend for knitting that big,
Yeah,
like,
totally. That helped.
pashmina type thing.
And growing up in Brooklyn, I'm sure helps. Yeah.
That's amazing. How do you? Well, let's talk first a little bit about your relationship with Emma on screen. Sort
Yes.
of over the 5 seasons. Yeah. The savior turned dark one Emma and the, former evil queen. You have this fantastically dynamic relationship. Let's just go through that.
We do. We have, our characters' relationship has evolved to such an incredible place. These are 2 women that hated each other early on, like really hated each other, and for good reason. I mean, Regina tried to kill her multiple times.
Oops.
And Emma was a real threat for Regina, and I think it really had to do with Henry. Ultimately, And if it weren't for Henry, these two women wouldn't be where they are. I think the fear in losing her son is really what forced Regina to kind of figure out a new approach and a new way to deal with Emma. And in doing so, and all the adventures that we've been forced to go on together has also helped the relationship quite a bit. And through our adventures and through Emma discovering that she has this power and Regina helping her, they've become great friends and family.
And it's great to see that because so many times the female dynamics of, a relationship or, the cattiness is portrayed in the, negativity, but to see it evolve over the seasons has just been fantastic. So.
And it's great for our youth, right? For the women out there that to see these strong women together, working together and having this strong relationship. It's quite inspiring.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a testament to both you guys and to the writers.
Thank you.
Is there a character that you would like to see brought into the Once world that has not been brought in yet?
Well, I just said Han Solo.
That's good.
Earlier. I mean, because I think I want him in my real life. Just to pop in one day and Fred would just look at him like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, I invited him over for dinner."
Seriously.
I'd like that. I'd like him on the show. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And Star Wars is now part of the whole Disney world, so it's why not bring Han Solo on Once Upon a Time?
I think that could work. I'd like to see Rey on there too, though. I gotta say, yeah.
Yes.
That
could be a lot of fun.
Bring her on.
She's a little too old for my son, though.
Yeah, at the moment.
I don't want anyone getting that close to Henry. She's too young.
You're protective. I understand.
Regina's very protective.
What would Regina's happily ever after be?
Oh, I think it's probably inner peace, self-acceptance, self-love. I think she harbors a lot of guilt and truly hates the person she was. And I think that the family she has forgiven her and accepted her, and it's time that she finds that within herself. And I think that's really going to make her happy, and I don't think she really knows how to get there. And that's something that we're going to end up seeing in the second part of the 5th season, is that, being in the underworld and confronting these lost souls, and that she's partially responsible for this, has kind of woken her up quite a bit.
Well, the underworld is, a place for someone with unfinished business.
Exactly.
And transition. What can we see? What demons can we see Regina confronting? And talk a little bit about her journey in the underworld.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of guilt, and for who's seen the 100th episode? All right, I want to see hands because there's a lot of hands that haven't seen it, so I don't want to spoil this episode for a lot of you, and I'm sorry that I'm going to. Okay.
Well, it's been about a month since it aired, right?
Well, in life, you do terrible things to people, or you have relationships, or people have died, and you think, my God, I never got to say I love you, or I never got to say I'm sorry. The underworld is a place where Regina has the opportunity to do so to people that she's killed, people that she's betrayed and hurt, and I think that's really great for her. That kind of puts her on this different spiritual path of making amends with people that she never thought she'd had the opportunity to do, and so that kind of opens the door where she starts really seeing her past, her decisions, her choices, and kind of having a lot of regret. And so what is she going to do with that? And I don't want to spoil it, but that's the journey that we're on the back end of this season.
Season 5, yeah.
Yeah, and it leads to a really interesting place. I can't say because I can't spoil it.
We don't want you to tell us.
I don't like spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the excitement. And
yeah.
Sometimes, there's frustration with the secrecy around a show, but that's what makes it special for the fans.
I've never been the person to read the last page in a book in case I die in a plane crash or something. I want to know the ending. I've always liked to
the journey.
I like the journey. And even on the show, I don't ask what's going to happen or where's my character going. I like to go through the experience with her.
And that's the great thing about doing 5 seasons of a show versus one movie or something like that, is you have the chance to go so deep into the character that you are just like living and evolving as you would be in your own life, or, there's a lot of parallels there. So we have the underworld, we have all these different levels. Have you ever gotten a script, especially maybe in the beginning of season 1, season 2, where you're just like, what is this?
Yes, I would say when Zelina turned into Marion, or Marion turned into Zelina. Wait, that was very confusing. And then all of a sudden now my sister is my boyfriend's lover / baby's mama.
It was a little awkward.
Yeah, that was shocking. I was quite shocked. Were many of you?
And did you call?
It was like, wait, Rebecca was funny. She's like, if I have to wear another Maid Marian costume. I think she was really excited to get out of those clothes and into her Zelina outfits.
And in that same vein, have you ever pitched a storyline, to the writers?
Oh my gosh, no. I mean, there's been very, very little collaboration in that regard. That's really their job. I don't meddle with that, but there are some ideas, and what I find is when I do have those conversations, they're already going in that direction. So I'm like, oh, we're already like tapped into one another. Like early on during the pilot, when I did this whole, I said to the boys, when I did my homework, I said, I feel like Regina lost someone very close to her, and that's why someone was killed, and that's why she's turned into the evil queen. And they went, how the hell did you know that? And I said, I had a dream about it. And they said, because I did a dream assignment, I wanted to know more about the character, so I asked my subconscious, and this is what came to me. And they said, this is so crazy. This is exactly, we're going there, but not for like another 17 episodes. Oh, well, great. Well, awesome. It's feeding my performance, so I can't wait to read the episode. And that was episode 18, and that's when we learned about Daniel.
That's amazing. So how do you, when you're playing such a, intense character, for lack of a better term, how do you leave the set and relax for the day? What's your process? What are you passionate about in your own life that gives you inspiration?
Okay, so that's a 2-part question. The first part, I'm the last one to leave set, pretty much all the time. Transpo guys are like, Lana, we've locked up every trailer but yours. So I'm like, okay. I like to decompress before I go home. I go home to a large family and a lot of energy and a lot of boys running around, friends and friends and friends. So I like to decompress after work, take off the hair, the makeup, and just kind of go through fan mail and respond. And then I have like a 30-minute drive ahead of me. So I listen to music, make some phone calls, and that really helps. And then by the time I get home, I'm ready to party with the de Blasios. So that's pretty much how I do it. And the second question was,
what are passions, and whether it's a franchise or a series of books or television, like what are you into? What do you enjoy?
I love a lot of charities, so I support a lot of charities. I feel really passionate about. I work with animals and young women and children. I am passionate about music. Very passionate about music. A lot of you know that. LP's Top 100 Hits, that was fun for me. I like to go see concerts. I like to share what I know with our youth. So I'm passionate about teaching and sharing what I know. There's a lot of things. I mean, I love the outdoors. I'm very adventurous. I like to hike. I like to do dangerous things.
Well,
I do.
Yes.
I'm a daredevil.
I read a very interesting tweet about your honeymoon and how you spent part of your honeymoon, and you mentioned animals, so it seems like a good time to kind of talk about that a little bit. Do you want to share with everyone?
Sure. Yes, I do like dangerous things, like sitting, 3 feet away from a 450-pound silverback gorilla. For my honeymoon, I went to Africa, and we were in Rwanda and Kenya, and we started in Rwanda, and we trekked with the gorillas for 2 days, and that was
What does that
phenomenal.
exactly mean? You kind of just followed the...
So it depends. There's like 10 families, and you pick a family, or the first time you kind of get placed, and the second time because they're like, okay, they've made the investment, what family do you want to visit? So we basically, it depends. Some families are a 3-hour hike away. Some are 45 minutes into the jungle. So not the jungle, but into like the rainforest. So it really just depends. And you go on this journey, and you find them, and you have to keep your distance. And sometimes they are not aggressive in a bad way, but they're very bold. So they'll come up to you and grab your arm, or like they did with me, push me over.
Wow.
I had one female. We were visiting the Agasha's family, and he has 10 wives. I don't know how he keeps track of 10 wives and like 25 babies. And he's in that photo that many have seen. One female came up to me. I think she thought I was a threat. I don't know why. But she literally came up to me, and she was about 6 inches from my face. These are wild animals. And I just thought my producers are going to kill me, or if I'm not dead already. And she challenged me. And she stared me down, and I just peed in my pants and crawled into a little ball, and I literally was like this on the ground, like, I'm so submissive, don't hurt me, please don't rip my face off. And our guide made this funny sound, like, and she just kind of stood there, and he did it a couple more times, and then she backed off.
Wow.
My heart has never pounded so hard in my life. I did. Waterproof. I was in rain gear.
That's amazing.
So yeah,
I mean,
it's quite an experience, and I highly recommend anyone to do it. It's terrifying and exhilarating and so amazing on so many levels.
You can't get any closer to life than doing something like that,
Yeah.
and out of yourself. And I have to imagine experiences like that really, influence you as an artist and can.
They do.
Yeah.
Do. It's experience, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're gonna open it up to questions. If you guys
Yay.
want to line up in the aisles, oh my goodness, we'll get to as many as we can. And while they're getting themselves organized, Lana, I have one more question. You mentioned music. Does Regina have a theme song?
Oh my God! Let me go through I have like Regina playlists.
That's awesome.
But I think because all the updates and all the weird things that happen, some of them aren't on here. I have a Bandit Regina playlist. And let's see, this is one of them. This is one of the songs. Is it gonna play? Is it not playing?
The reception in here is really bad.
Oh no!
All right, well maybe
why it's not playing.
Maybe you can share on Twitter a couple of your Regina songs.
I'll have to share it. Oh wait. This is one of them.
This is the drive to work. I'm gonna play Regina.
So this is one of them, and I love Pearl Jam.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I actually make playlists for Regina in different stages of her life.
That's
So
for each.
that was the
for
Bandit
each
Regina.
layer.
Yeah, and it just kept me like on my toes and light and fun, and
It's so easy to
It feeds
connect
into
through.
performance.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just another layer. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's start over here.
okay.
Hi there.
Hi.
My name is Dawn. I'm from down in Tacoma. My question is, I am a middle school librarian, and I would like to know what is your all-time favorite book And what advice would you give to students based on your experiences?
I love Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. That's probably one of my favorite books. I would say read. Read and stay in school. And education is everything. It is so important, and it really is. It's everything. And like I said, I'm a great student. I wasn't always the best student, but I am now. And yeah, just read those books and work hard. It always pays off.
Thank you. Great question. Yes.
Hello again.
Hi again.
My name is Heather. Meeting you yesterday, you were so nice, and I was just like, it's the evil queen, but you're so nice. Do you ever find that people like get scared when they first see you because they expect you to be evil?
Yes, a lot of people are afraid of me. I think that's been like my whole life. I think growing up in New York, you know, you learn that look of like, don't even talk to me, okay? Don't even think about looking in my direction. And I think that's helped, like, not only in life, but with Regina. So every so often I'll have that look, and it's just because I grew up, you know, riding trains next to crazy people, and it was the only way to, you know, protect myself. So yes, people are terrified of me, and I wish they weren't.
Well, no one in this room is terrified of you
Okay,
anymore.
good.
I can promise you that. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Hi, my name is Casey from Linwood, Washington. I'm a huge Disney fan. I go to every D23 Expo, and I was wondering when you got to go to
So
Disney.
you saw me in this dress already.
When you're at Disney World and for the TV spot where you got to play the Evil Queen and got to film as Evil Queen at Disney World, how was that for you experience being a fellow Disney fan, being able to be at the park? And I know they had Gaston there, and the whole thing was so cool to seeing you at Disney World, and it was.
It was awesome. Thanks for asking. I had such a great time. They didn't close the park, so there were thousands of people watching the whole time. It was hot out. I was sweating, but I was having fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great question. Yes.
Hi, my name's Regina. I'm from Highland, California.
Yes.
And I met you yesterday.
Yes.
I was just wondering, as an actress, for you to go from Regina, which just seems to be natural because you're from New York. I'm the same way. I have that whole evil persona, but then I'm a nice person on the other side. How is that as an actress to portray from one end to the other now that you're nice and wonderful and everything else? And do you look forward to going back to what Regina originally was?
You know, I think it's going to be hard to go back to what Regina originally was because there's been so much evolution. You know, transitioning between the two characters or like any given, because we jump back and forth, right? Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's just about focus, and it's about centering yourself, closing your eyes, and knowing where you are and breathing.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Hi.
Hi, my name is Royce from the small town of Silverdale, Washington. I just want to start out by saying, first of all, this is like a fever dream for me because my favorite queen is sitting next to my favorite hell god, so thank you for doing this.
Awesome.
Anyway, I wanted to ask, this is something that me and my friends, we watch the show religiously, and mostly I've noticed that you use a different voice, whether it's young Regina, evil Queen Regina, Mayor Regina, Mom Regina. Is that subconscious? You were mentioning how your voice transforms when you put on the costume, but is it a conscious decision or did it just come naturally?
It was a conscious decision. I've trained in voice for 17 years, and I've taught it. So to me, voice is everything. It's like, I think it's, you know, this is the instrument, so it's like if you think about like a guitar, you know, and the sound that comes out of it, that's, the guitar on its own is beautiful, but when it's played, it sounds even better, right? Or it's more appealing. It's everything. And it's the same thing with an actor. It's like, well, I can stand there. You can be pretty, you can be attractive, but it's really about your voice and the emotion behind it. And to me, voice is, for me, it's the foundation
And
in my performance.
The reason why I ask is because one scene that isn't even supposed to be sad, it's just really, when you were storming Zelina's house with Robin and your voice went to young Regina, I sobbed.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome.
Thank you. Great question. Yes.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Mount Vernon.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming down here today. My question for you is if you could give us a hint as to what your favorite scene has been to film out of the episodes that we have not yet seen, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely. I won't spoil it. I would say there's a lot who haven't seen the 100th episode, so I'm sorry, and I won't spoil it. But there is a scene between Regina and her father that was just so moving
That
and
was
so
one of my
heartfelt, and it
favorites.
was definitely one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Yeah, and there's actually two scenes with him, and they were both my favorites.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
Hey, babe.
Hey.
I'm Lexi,
I know.
and I'm from LA. My question for you is very important. I need to know what Hogwarts house you belong to.
Have you sorted yourself?
No.
Okay.
No, I know. I hope I
But
don't
are you
lose
talking-
fans. I am a fan, but not a diehard fan. And it really is a function of just not keeping up. So I'm sorry if I've disappointed many.
No. And are you wondering Regina or Lana?
Oh, no. I'm wondering
Lana.
about Lana.
That's what I thought. What are you? What are you?
What are you?
I'm a Slytherin,
Nice.
which is probably what you are, or a Hufflepuff.
Okay. Sold.
Wait, you have to pick. You can't just be
I'm
both.
a Hufflepuff, so you can be with me.
All right. Great.
Thank you. Yes. Hi.
Hi, Lana.
Hi, Lucas.
I was wondering about what do you think is kind of more bad, wicked, or evil?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
If I think I am, or which do I prefer?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean as Regina? Or as
well,
both?
Lana.
Okay, Lana and Regina. So wicked, bad, or evil?
Yeah.
I would say evil for Regina, and for Lana, I would say wicked.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You
That
look
was a great
adorable,
question.
by the way.
Thank you.
Love seeing you.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Angela from Tacoma.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, and I was wondering, what for you is the hardest part about playing Regina? I mean, you seem like a very nice person, and she's evil at the beginning, and then transition.
Just keeping her different, like, showing more colors and I consciously think that all the time. Like, okay, what could I do in this scene that I haven't done before? Excited about the 6th season. Okay, I have an idea of where it's going. What could I do that they haven't seen? So that, to me, that's the biggest challenge, is just keeping it fresh and new after 5 years.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm from Lakewood, original from Germany.
Yes.
And I really like the character, both sides you're playing. You remind me on my own. I lost, break up with a good love person. I know how the feeling is. So you really remind me something, and I love it. You're falling in love again. My question is, how you got the scenes. It's really hard. You ripped the people the heart out, and you ripped it with really a power, and I can feel it when you take it and rip it out, and how you got it and we put it back with one
crush
it. Yes, and crush it. And I said, so how you got the way or the acting do that? Well, I mean, it's really a large trick and technique. But the way still how you're doing, and you still keep it cool and really, it's unbelievable. And maybe I cannot perfect express in English.
No,
so.
I think we got it. How do you get to that moment so
How do I get to
effectively?
that moment every time? I mean, it's fun. It's really that simple. It's
I
just
believe you have fun, but the way how you give the expression us in the movie
Yeah.
is really amazing.
Okay, thank you so much, and I'm sorry for your loss.
No, I
but
broke it up, so.
okay. Well,
Thank
still,
you.
I just
Bye.
wanted to acknowledge
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
Hi.
My name is Ethan Roberts. I'm from Mercer Island. And I was wondering, what's your favorite TV show besides Once Upon a Time?
Oh, I would say right now Game of Thrones. Yeah.
It's such a great show.
And I watch it with my husband. It's the only show that we watch together all the time. So it's like our little date night every time we get to see it. So it's special.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think HBO needs to come out with where you can figure out what house you'd be in on Game of Thrones, like the the Pottermore site for sorting yourself.
That's true.
I'm gonna let them know.
Okay, call them.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Christina.
Hi, Christina.
I'm from Everett. Huge Outlaw Queen fan.
Awesome.
And I love your character development. These past seasons grow into this amazing, character being in the light. And my question for you is, if something were to happen to Robin, would you see yourself going back into that dark place like how you were with Daniel?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that she's evolved to such a great place that it would be hard to go back to that, and
To digress.
yeah,
It
I think so.
It would
I
just
think
be a
that there would be a lot to lose, with
Yeah.
her family and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you.
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I that's like a question for the writers, but I don't know.
Well, hopefully it won't happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Hi.
Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm from Mercer Island, and I was wondering, what is your favorite outfit? My favorite outfit, I think, is the most sparkly ones, because they're sparkly. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why those would be your favorite. The sparkly ones cut my skin a little bit, my neck especially. I wore a sparkly one not like long ago, maybe around the 100th episode or something when the Queen was back, and people were hugging me at the end of the day, and literally it was like leaving, rashes and marks, like scratches on people's faces. I love the sexy ones, but I'm older. So, my favorite costume, it's the one that we're not allowed to wear anymore, is in the 3rd season, 2nd episode. I was really hot. It was July, and I was in a rubber gown, but it was black.
Oh,
plunging neckline down to here. I don't know if you remember that one.
That one was
That one was pretty hot in more ways than one.
That one was one of the
Super
promotion
sexy.
pieces for the season, right? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I did a photo shoot in that one, and I just loved it.
That's
Yeah.
a great question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Marilee, and I'm from Renton, Washington.
Hello.
And we got Robin/Sean's response to this. So same questions last panel. Hypothetically, fast forward 2 or 3 years from now, where do we see this modern family with Zelina, Robin, Regina? Where do you see them? Or I don't know if you heard Sean's answer to this.
No, I didn't. I wasn't in his panel, so I missed it.
He sees you all in a nice Airstream caravan, being the merry men together.
Going on picnics
Yeah.
and camping trips.
Yeah, where does Regina see this modern family?
I'd like to get out of the forest. That's like the biggest problem in our relationship, to be honest. I just want him to take a shower, for God's sakes. He really does smell like forest. I think we should be in Paris, personally.
Absolutely.
Gina wants to shop on the Champs-Élysées. So let's do that. We're on a private jet to Paris in 2 years. It's a family.
And part 2 of the question, do you see the baby as magical or no?
Possibly. I would think so. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, hi.
Hi, Lana. I'm Lauren. I'm from British Columbia, Canada.
Hello.
So we were talking about music earlier. I want to know if there's anything on your iPod or your phone that you wouldn't want to admit to anyone, like any music that.
Well, she's not going to admit it to you.
Well, you have to now.
No, there was one. I don't think I have young Regina on here. I don't. I had Puff the Magic Dragon on my iPhone for young Regina. Too personal to get into. But I had that on there for her. And it was just kind of random. It was like, didn't fully listen to the whole song. But I
brought
would
you where you
play
needed
it
to
every,
be.
just a little bits of it for reasons. But yeah, I would say that
Thank
one.
you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi, Your Majesty.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I was too poor to meet you any other way, but I'm so excited to see you. You're so gorgeous in person.
Thank you.
I wanted to say hi for my friend Megs. She lives in Texas, and you are like our hero. You're the best. And wanted to tell you that you should go to Dallas Comic-Con Fan Expo. She would love to meet you. It would be like her world. It would be amazing.
Okay.
And she wanted to know if you could talk about you and
Maleficent?
About if you guys had like a past or if
You mean
could tell-
as the actress Kristen Bauer and myself, or the characters?
the characters. I mean, I think you and Kristen are both amazing, and Kristen's so cool.
She's awesome.
And I love Maleficent. She's one of my favorites.
So yes, to answer your question, they do have a history, and that episode, I believe, is in season 4.
But is there more that you can tell us that hasn't really been on the show,
I don't know.
or any kind of feelings you might
I
think of, like
mean,
how
we
you
saw when they first met.
Mhm.
So I think what I'd like to see are their adult years together.
Yeah.
Because we only got a little bit of that in the second episode in the first season. I'd like to see a little more of that. Who knows? She's
They're
she's so
amazing
loved
together.
on the
There
show.
should be like more, and I
Yeah.
think Regina would make a killer dragon if she could ever turn into one.
That's a good episode. I'll pitch it. Thank you.
But that's a good relationship. That would be fun to explore that in season 6.
How can Regina turn into a dragon?
And then you mentioned the Star Wars earlier. I think it would be really cool if you had Ewoks in the forest and they like joined the Merry Men. I think that would be really cute. You could have them running around town.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the forest.
Right? I'm sorry. I just thought it'd be cute.
I'll
Little
pitch the
Robin's
first
Merry
idea.
Men following you guys around. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you so
you
much.
very much.
Hi,
Very
let's
sweet.
go over here.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm from London, England. And you posted a video to your Snapchat story a couple days ago of a tree. And you were saying, can you see it?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, we don't know what it was.
Like, what the heck is she talking about? There was a bald eagle. And I clearly was still learning how to Snapchat and cut that part off. But I was like, there's a bald eagle! Can you see it? And then I went back to watch the video and you didn't hear any of that. So it's a bald eagle, and there are a lot of them in British Columbia. We see them quite a bit. And they're so magical. So
Thank you.
That's what it was.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Emma, and I'm from Mercer Island. And, how do you do the magic in the show?
Ooh, that's a
Like
really
this.
good question.
And then really smart people come in and they put fireballs and weird purple smoke around me, but I'm not there to see it. I only see it live, live when the show premieres. So I really wish I could form fireballs, or more importantly, poof out and then into another place.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that's something I wish I could do, but that's all magic. It's all magic, and it's all done by really talented, skilled people.
Do you think the magic looks good?
Yeah.
Does it look real?
Okay, good.
It looks real.
Good. Well, thank you.
It is real.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Anya from Bothell, Washington. And first, I want to say that my grandma loves you playing Regina.
Thank you,
and
Grandma.
My question for you is where was Once Upon a Time? Like, where did you film it?
So we currently film it, and we have all along in British Columbia, Vancouver. So that's why the Enchanted Forest is so beautiful. And I do love it. I just don't want to live there with Robin. But I'd like, modern toilet bowls and showers. Hot showers. Yeah.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Selenia. I'm from Kirkland. I was wondering, if you could be any character except yourself, who would you be?
You. Look at you. Come on up, just quickly.
You look great.
You look awesome.
Oh, now, yeah, you can now wave to everybody. There he is. Good job.
And, forgive me, I don't know who you are, but you look like a fun character. Who are you? Oh my God, you're Doc from Back to the Future? Of course you are. I want to be Doc. Back to the Future with crazy hair. Yeah.
Well, you look great. Thank you.
Yeah, you do look great. But to really answer your question, I actually want to play a man. Somehow, so maybe I will play Doc. But I'd love to play a guy, some male character somehow on,
Well, you
on the
checked
show.
off Old Hag, so
Yeah.
now you can move on to that.
Still a woman, but yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Mads from Auburn, Washington. And my question was, have you had any updates on how Kwanzaa is, and do you plan on going back to see her?
I would love to go back and see Kwanzaa, just so everyone knows who Kwanzaa is. Kwanzaa is an elephant in Africa, and I had the opportunity to meet her and spent many hours with her. I would love to see her. I have not heard the most recent update. They were supposed to send emails, and I don't receive them, so I don't know why. But I have not gotten an update. But I hope she is better. Do you know her story? Okay. So yeah, I hope she's doing much better, and thank you for asking.
And maybe when you get your
I
next...
will tell you this though, for her story, just so you know, I would assume she's improved because I was the first human outside of the people that work there at Sheldrick's who Kwanzaa allowed to touch her after her tragedy. So, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Autumn, and I'm from Snoqualmie. And
Hi.
I was wondering, you filmed so many different amazing scenes in Once Upon a Time, dealing with so many different things. What's been one of your favorite scenes to shoot?
I would say there have been many. So I'm going to say the Welcome to Storybrooke episode was a ton of fun. The scenes with the baby were fun for me. I'd never worked that closely with the baby before, so that was new and challenging in many ways, but also so fun and sweet. So those are some of my favorite scenes and one of my favorite episodes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, my name is Amanda, and I'm from Issaquah. And I have two questions for you. The first one is, what's your favorite Disney movie? And the second is, how do you watch the episodes when they air?
So Dumbo is my favorite Disney movie. It's Kwanzaa. I'm sorry, what was the second question?
How do you watch the episodes when they air? Do you watch them with the cast or with your family?
It depends. It really depends. Sometimes, for the premiere and finales, usually we watch those episodes with the cast. I watch them with my husband. I watch them with family members. It really all depends on where I'm at. If I'm in LA, I'll watch it with a bunch of friends and family. And if I'm in Vancouver, I'll watch it with my family or some cast members. So it really just depends on where everyone is at the time.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, it's great to meet you. My name is Abigail. I'm from Warden, Washington.
Nice to meet you.
One of the greatest things about this show and one of the main reasons I watch it is the incredible female characters. It's very rare that we do see that nowadays, and it is a big issue that's being talked about. And I was wondering, how does it make you feel to know that you're such a strong role model for women around the world, I feel like? And what more would you like to do for women who would like to see strong characters that they would like to, almost portray in their own lives, I guess?
I feel honored and blessed to play Regina on so many levels. I think one of her biggest messages is that good can come from broken. And that's a very important message out there, because a lot of people feel like they're doomed and this is their life and that's it. And when you have a character like Regina who's done so many terrible things and she's been able to redeem herself, that's been very inspiring for a lot of people. I'd say that's probably why I have so many fans. It's because of her. I think it's an honor. I love supporting women. I grew up with a ton of women. I have like 20 female cousins. And so I think it's really important for these stories to be told. I think we need more stories like this being told. Maybe I will write a script one day.
I'm here for you.
Thank you. But I think these stories are being told currently on television, and they need to be nurtured, and they are. So, and if you're one of those writers, well then, keep going. I can't wait to read your script.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great question. Yes.
Hi. All right, we have time for 2 more questions. We're going to take one from this side and then one from that side.
Okay. I didn't sound very happy about that. I was like, okay.
Hi, my name's Kyla. I'm
Hi.
from Ken, Washington. Hi. How long does it take you to get your hair and makeup done on Evil Queen days, and how heavy are those dresses that you have to wear?
So it varies. It's anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 hours to get ready as the Evil Queen. The dresses, it depends. Like Camelot dress was quite light, and actually she wasn't the Evil Queen, but it's still a costume. The heaviest costume I ever had to wear was her war costume. It was, I think, season 3, maybe. No, it was the episode where she was going to be executed. Does anyone remember that episode? At the beginning of the episode, I was in this war costume. So heavy. It was really heavy. I don't know how much it weighed, maybe 10, 15 pounds. Wow. But to have on your body for hours and riding horses and jumping off. Did everyone hear that? Sorry. Yeah, I felt like, a true knight in armor on some level.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, my name's Acacia. I'm from Monroe, and I have 2 questions. My first question is, what do you like about acting? And my second question is, what is your favorite thing about Regina?
So what I love about acting is that I get to express emotions that a lot of people have difficulty doing in life, and I think it's just a lot of fun to explore all those different emotions. Acting is also just fun. I love, portraying different characters and trying new things and being silly and being real, and there's so many things I love about acting that would take up another hour. But what I love about Regina is how complex she is and how multi-layered she is, and how she has this sass and this humor that a lot of the other characters don't get to have on the show, and she gets to wear beautiful costumes.
Thank you. And that was a great question to end on, because
sorry guys.
This last hour, Lana, you are as a person so dynamic, so diverse, so layered and intelligent, and it's not only shows in creating Regina, but in all your work. And I'm just so thankful that you took the hour out of your day, spent time with your fans. You guys, did you enjoy yourselves?
Oh my gosh.
All right, one more big round of applause.
You guys,
for
thank
Lana.
you so much for coming. It's been a blast.
At home, Darwin pictures.
I just saw an Evil Regal sign out there, so thank you to the Evil Regals that are here.